everyone, so welcome back to our class. Last time we have tackled about fraction. So what is a fraction? What are the types of fraction? So these are the types of fraction. So we have the proper fraction, improper fraction, and mixed fraction. So for today's lesson, it's all about equivalent fraction. So what do you think is an equivalent fraction? So an equivalent fraction is a fraction with different numerator and denominator that has the same value or proportion as a whole. So let's take a look at these vocabularies. 1. Fraction. Fraction. 2. Equivalent. Equivalent. 3. Value. Value. 4. Proportion. Proportion. Then last, we have the number line. Number line. So, how are we going to get equivalent fraction? So there are lots of methods in getting the equivalent fractions of the numbers given. But for today, let's try to find the equivalent fractions of these numbers using only multiplication and division. So when finding the equivalent fractions using multiplication, so we can multiply it by 2, by 3, by 4, or any number that we want. Like for example, 2/3. We can multiply it by 2, by 3, by 4, or by 10. But we can choose 2 first. So we're going to use number 2 to multiply these numbers. So we have 2 times 2. But don't forget that we need to multiply it also to our denominator. So we have 3 times 2. So 2 times 2, that is equivalent to 4. Then 3 times 2, that is equivalent to 6. So what is the equivalent fraction of 2/3? So it is 4/6. So another example, we have 3/9. So we can multiply it to any number, right? But can we use 3? So 3 times 3, that is equivalent to 9. Then we multiply it to our denominator, which is 9. So 9 times 3 is equivalent to 27. So what is the equivalent fraction of 3/9? So it is 9/27. Getting it? Now let's try to look at the method using division. So in using division, we usually use this to find the equivalent fraction when it is a higher number. So we have the last example. We are going to use the last example. So like for example, we have the 4/12. So we can find a number that we can divide it by 4 and then 12. So what number do you think can we divide it by 4 and then 12? Is there any number? Yes, there is. Very good. So we can divide it by 2 or 4. So let's try to divide it by 2. So 4 divided by 2, that is equivalent to 2. Then 12 divided by 2, that is equivalent to 6. So the equivalent fraction of 4/12 is 2/6. So I hope you understand our lesson for today. and see you again in our